Hi, it's Hidden Gem. Welcome back to episode 3 of our Cottagecore Minecraft series. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on the village, but first let's dive straight into opening the hat bags, which we collected from the last episode. I'm really excited to see what we get, honestly. Okay, first up is the uncommon bag, and we got a bowler hat. Not exactly the style we're going for, so let's move on. Next is the uncommon bags, and we've got a carrot on a stick and a evil eye holder. I really don't know what that means, but it's quite creepy. It looks like it's got teeth around my head trying to eat me. And a carrot on a stick, which is really silly, but if you really wanted to get my attention, you might want some chocolate on the end of that instead of a carrot. And finally, now the rare hat bag. Oh, we got a siren that changes colour. And oh, some cute little wings. They kind of give me like Hermes vibes, which if you don't know who that is, that's a Greek god. I'm totally going to wear these ones. These ones are my favourite so far. Okay, let's put these away in the dresser for now. Keep them safe and just so they're out of the way. So first things first is I think we need to build some farms for the villagers, just kind of in case they go missing. Well, let's just say I'm gonna need a backup plan. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some supplies for the farms. It's really important to keep the villagers going, otherwise we will end up with pretty much a ghost town, and this would make everything pointless and it would just kind of really suck. Right, so now we're going to clear some space and create a really basic farm, nothing special at the moment, just to keep them going. I'm also going to place a slab above the composter. Trust me on this one, villagers just keep trying to jump, ruining the ground, so it should just stop them from messing things up like they always do. Okay, I've made a second farm, just so there's enough food to go around. Getting pretty low on food, so I'm just going to quickly cook some potatoes. I'm having a bit of an iron shortage again somehow, I don't know how, but I'm gonna head off into the mines. It's not exactly exciting, so I'm just gonna skip ahead to something more fun or interesting. Oh god, not another one. I bet that's a mimic. I swear I'm so paranoid now after the last few times. I'm so on edge. Ah, I really don't want it to be a mimic. It says on the right corner that its inventory isn't generated, which is really suspicious. I really think that's a mimic. No? Okay, that's surprising. I really thought that was a mimic. I was so convinced. Anyway, at least we got some iron pants, a pickaxe, raw copper and some paper. And in the barrels there's, wow, that's just a lot of copper. And then some string. Nice. I have decided that I'm basically just going to demolish the whole village and make a temporary bunker. I have some experience with villagers, and I'm telling you now, they are just they are the bane of my existence. So this is literally just a hole in the wall pretty much. It's very temporary. It's not important that it needs to look good or anything like that. It's literally just temporary. Okay, I don't actually know what's going on because this actually seems to be going quite smoothly, which I normally it doesn't. Right, I'm gonna have to start from scratch because I also want to do some landscaping, which means I'm gonna have to tear just everything down, but it will help us get the supplies we need for our build later in the video. So it's demolishing time. Let's destroy some stuff, shall we? Okay, after hours of working, I can finally start on landscaping, which is probably just going to take as long as everything else did, so it's back to grinding. I have flattened everything, however, I had to remove one of the farms, and I think I'm gonna have to remove the other one as well. The villagers just aren't using them, so it's kind of pointless, and they're just in the way really, so they've gotta go. Okay, I'm gonna try catch some fish because I keep seeing cats and they're so cute and they just keep spawning because of the villagers, and I absolutely love cats even though I'm allergic. Oh well. So at least I can chill with a Minecraft cat. It's the next best thing. Oh my god, she's so cute. Come on, I need to grab your attention. She looks exactly like my real life cat. She's so adorable. I have no idea what I'm gonna call her though yet, so if you have any ideas, maybe leave a comment. Just before we get building, I'm going to put all the hat bags I've collected during all of this just on the hat shelf. I also have our first epic hat, which is really exciting, and I can't wait to see what we're going to get next episode. I'm really excited for it. Anyway, the plan for this building is to create a trading center where I will make bedrooms for all of my main villagers that I'm going to trade with, for example a toolsmith, an armorer. So let's get started. have finished the build, so here's what it looks like now. We actually need to get some villagers in there to trade with, otherwise, you know, it's just an empty house. This shouldn't be too hard because I do have the carry mod, which if you aren't familiar, it's a mod that allows you to pick up passive mobs, including villagers, which is really handy. I keep forgetting I have it, but I'm actually going to use it now. Oh my god, why does he look so goofy? They've like shrunk in my hands. What's going on? That's so weird. I haven't placed any doors for the rooms, but I have placed some trapdoors on the top so the silly villagers can't escape, but I can get through without having to crouch or anything. This also keeps them in the same place so I can easily just quickly trade with them. I just need to quickly make some of the workbenches so the villagers can actually gain their professions. My first priority was armor and tools, so I didn't need to keep going into the mines because it feels like I'm spending half of this series underground. It's not fun. I got my first armourer and traded some coal just to lock him in. Then I did the same with the toolsmith, but this time I got 2 of them and placed them into the next room with each other. Hello? Sir, where do you think you're going? You've got work to do. I don't know why the villagers aren't sleeping, but that's an issue because if I trade with them, they're not going to restock. So I'm just going to remove all the spare beds and hope that fixes it. To make earning emeralds much easier, I've moved 2 farmers into the building, which should help us out a lot in the process and make it easier just to buy tools and armor. Looking at my build, I decided to lower the terrain again. Yes, again, but only by 1 block, so it shouldn't be too much work this time. At some point I did get a butcher, but I don't think I will use him, so I might just switch out his profession. But in the meantime, he's just gonna sit there, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I'm also going to change the front door. It's just not consistent with the rest of the building, so I'm going to move it back one block. Then I will do the same with the back of the building, which also means that the ladder is now against the wall and it just gives it a cleaner look, so yeah. That looks so much better. I'm glad I did that. After all of this, I still have to move all of this junk into my storage at my starter base, which is fun. So I'm just gonna speed that up because it's really boring. And lastly, I just want to start working on some paths, so I'm just going to dig out some guidelines of where I want them to be. It's just going to go from my start base to the trading centre and the bunker, really, for now. I'm going to use some gravel, dirt and cobble to keep the path consistent with what I've already made. I don't want it to look like a city path. I want it to look like it's natural, like people have been walking on it and that's where it's formed, instead of being made by a person or people. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go into FreeCam to show you what I've done during this episode all in one go, just so you can see visually. So you can see the paths going all the way from the starter base to the trading center and the bunker, and then you can see where I've cleared a lot of dirt. That's mainly where my time went, was digging. I've also cleared some space up on the mountain, which is for extra space and future episodes, but at least I've done some of it. I'm just going to quickly show you a layout that I've sketched out for my village. I'm going to try stick with it, but it may change. As you can see, we've done the purple box in the bottom right corner, which is our trading center. It's a bit bigger than I initially thought it would be, but it's just a rough sketch, so it should be fine. As we go, I'll fill out all of these sections. Well, I think this is a really good place to wrap it up. We did a lot of chores, but next episode we will do something a bit more intense. So subscribe if you don't want to miss that. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like. And if you do have any suggestions for my cat's name, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!